Hi everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Hope you're doing great and staying safe. So I'm back with another art journal, and today it's inspired by Mike Deakin's Mission Inspiration November 2, 2021 prompt. So for that, what I'm doing today is I'm working on this watercolor art journal, and I'm going to first add pattern to my page, and for that I am going to use texture paste. So I'm using this mixed media paste, and I'm using a TCW stencil, which is mini tile texture, and I will be adding some texture on the page. I will leave the texture paste to dry, and meanwhile I'll work on these cogs. So as you can see, these are die cut from pattern paper, or the paper on which there was some text and drawings. So I'm just putting a layer of gesso so that I can hide those patterns on these cogs. Okay, these cogs are now dried, and I have few more in craft color paper. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to introduce a copper color. Don't have copper color yet, so I'm using this rustic red, which is sort of like copper, and I'm going to color them all with this color. So as you can see that initially it's not taking that much of a color, the ones which are gessoed, but the craft one is taking the color very nicely, as there is no gesso layer and there's just paper, so it's going directly into the paper. So what I did was I added 2 layers of copper color on the gesso cogs, and now I'm left with some of the metallic color, and I'm going to use that on my art journal. The texture is now dried, and I'm going to add some water to this acrylic color and add some of it on the page near those textures which I have created. There's still some paint left on the craft mat, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to use this as a splatter on the page, and I have a pattern paper in the form of grid pattern, and I have created a vase and some labels on it, on the back side of it. So I'm also going to add the splatters on this grid pattern paper. Okay, the acrylic color is dry now, and now I'm moving on to adding the colors from the November prompt, and I'm going to use those watercolors from the palette and put them on the page. The reason for using watercolor was I wanted these colors to have a very subtle print on the page, so watercolor dries a little dull, a little light when it's dried. Okay, I have cut down the pattern paper, the grid pattern paper, based on the drawing which I have created, and you can see those splatters on it. I may or may not use everything which is lying around the art journal. So yeah, but before that, let's start building some layers on the page, and for that I'm using this stamp set, and I'm going to use the numerical ones, the ones with numbers. to add some texture on the page as mentioned on the prompt. As this is a watercolor, you can see that the impression is not that sharp, but that's okay. I don't mind. I'm adding some ghost print of the stamp. Okay, now I'm going to add a base before gluing down the vase, and for that I'm using these washi tape, and luckily I have the same colors in my stash, so I'm going to use the blue green, and just to give a hint of the texture, hint of the copper color, I'm going to use the red one, but yeah, it's not copper, but it's just going to bring the whole page together. So what I'm doing right now is I'm just auditioning the cogs and the light bulbs and few of the other vintage collage items that I have on how I want to place them. I'm going to create a bouquet sort of thing. That's what I have in my mind. So what I'm doing is I'm just adding a light pencil mark to where my vase is going to be, and I'm creating these electrical wires connecting all the cogs, and then I'll start working on it. I'm using this acrylic marker, black and white color, to create this the wires which will be connecting the cogs. Not a very great job, but that's okay. So as per the prompt, I have to add some fiber into my art journal. So for that, I have taken this piece of very uh, small weaved burlap, and I'm going to use it. Right now I'm just going to glue down all the collage items that I have auditioned. I'm really happy with how this turned out. I wasn't expecting my vase to look this nice. Okay, now I'm wondering how to use this piece of cloth, because everything is too big for the art journal. So as the theme of the November prompt is electric dreams, so that's what I'm going to write on my page. I tried thinking of some quote, but I couldn't find anything, so I will be using the theme name. I will be using the theme on my page today. So eventually I trimmed the fiber down with the word electric on it, and I'm writing dreams on a normal paper, normal white paper. I'm going to distress the edges and going to stick them down together. Okay, so this is the art journal for today. So let's see. I have used electric blue. I have used circuit board green. I have used copper. I have used collage, sort of a collage, and grid paper, and paint. Obviously this is paint, and fiber, and numbers. So guys, this is the art journal for today, and here's a close-up. I think I'm liking all this pattern here, and it's very subtle, but it's looking very nice when you look at it. And yeah, I have not given any definition to the edges. I might do it, and I will be using distressing for distressing the edges, and I think it's looking nice. It's turned out very nice. See, there's a subtle shine into this. So yeah, I'm kind of liking how this turns out, and this is how I see my electrical dream. Blooming bouquet of cogs and vintage bulbs. So yeah, so this is it guys. So this is the art journal for today. If you like it, do give it a thumbs up, share with friends, and I'll see you in the next